Whoa.
Beaches are peaceful, but they hide some chilling secrets. From massive strandings to unexplainable encounters and shocking moments caught on camera.
Their tentacles go, but they can come home like E.T. They have like a sensor.
Being alone on a beach can lead to rare, terrifying discoveries.
Oh my God. I've never seen anything like this.
These eerie events will make you think twice before stepping onto the sand alone.
Mobile Bay mystery continues. Dozens of sharks that washed up on the western shore of Mobile Bay are gone today, but folks are still wondering what brought them there and what killed them.
Beaches are usually for people and never for the ocean's most fearsome predators. But near Dauphin Island, Alabama, something unusual happened when dozens of lifeless sharks were found washed up on the shore. Scientists believe several factors could have caused this: changes in water temperature, low oxygen levels, or disruptions in natural behavior. Sharks are highly sensitive to their environment, and things like pollution or altered currents can throw them off course, leading to disorientation. This shocking event serves as a reminder that even the ocean's most powerful creatures face challenges, and life in the sea is never as simple as it may seem. Stay away. On October 9th, at Cape Lookout National Seashore in North Carolina, beachgoers were treated to a thrilling spectacle. A feeding frenzy of over 100 sharks erupted just off the shore. The sharks relentlessly chased schools of bluefish, while seagulls and pelicans swooped down to grab their own catch. The sharks were so consumed by the hunt that some even briefly beached themselves, adding to the intensity of the scene. Lasting more than 5 minutes, the event showcased the area's thriving ecosystem, with the sharks' behavior highlighting nature's perfect balance in action. Shark feeding frenzy.
It's getting soaking wet.
Off the coast of Louisiana, a fisherman had an unexpected encounter with sharks. As he fished, a group of sharks began following his boat, pursuing him for miles. This type of behavior signals a shark-feeding frenzy, where the creatures aggressively gather in one area to feast. Typically triggered by a school of fish or a struggling animal, these frenzies can get wild as sharks fight to grab as much food as possible. The fisherman quickly realized that the sharks weren't just after his catch. They seemed to be chasing the boat itself.
It's getting soaking wet.
Whales trapped. On February 7th, 2005, a rare and frightening event occurred near Itamari Port, Japan. A group of 10 or 11 giant predatory whales found themselves trapped in thick sea ice. The fast-moving ice closed around them, leaving little room for escape or movement. Stranded, these massive creatures struggled to breathe, relying on open water and breathing holes that were now blocked. Such events are incredibly rare and dangerous for the animals, especially in Arctic or Antarctic regions, where temperature changes and shifting currents can cause the ice to move quickly. If they don't escape, their chances of survival diminish rapidly. Daytime squid.
I have finally caught the Mediterranean beef squid.
While swimming, a man spotted something that caught him off guard. Initially thinking it was an octopus, he soon realized it was a Mediterranean beach squid. These squid typically only appear at night, so seeing one during the day was a rare surprise.
They only come out at night for sunset. They hunt guinea pigs on the shore, so you guys will definitely see this in Nat Geo coming up soon.
The swimmer was in awe of the strange creature, reminding us that the ocean holds many secrets, and the next time we dive in, we might just encounter the unexpected. Always keep your eyes peeled. Who knows what could swim by? Ocean encounter. A video emerged showing a man surrounded by a dark, eerie mass near the rocky shore. At first, it appeared to be some kind of creepy creature lurking in the water. However, upon closer inspection, it turned out to be floating kelp or seaweed, moved by ocean currents. This phenomenon occurs when seaweed breaks off the ocean floor and drifts to the surface. The man seemed to be gathering it, likely aware of its many uses and benefits, turning what seemed like an unsettling sight into a fascinating glimpse of nature's oddities. Mysteriously wash.
Now, dozens of dead stingrays appeared on a beach in Rio de Janeiro this week.
Beachgoers in Rio de Janeiro expected to see the calm sea, but instead, they were confronted with dozens of lifeless stingrays on the beach. Fishermen were the first to spot the strange scene, leaving them baffled. What was especially puzzling was that only the stingrays were affected, while other fish seemed unaffected despite similar conditions. Oxygen levels or pollutants might have caused the event, but the mystery remains unsolved. This strange occurrence serves as a reminder of how unpredictable nature can be, and how certain species may respond uniquely to environmental changes. Grunion Run.
Wow.
Waves usually bring water, but in 2014, they brought millions of grunion fish to the beaches of Southern California. This rare and stunning event, known as the Grunion Run, occurs during specific spring and summer months, coinciding with the full moon and high tide. Female grunions swim ashore to lay their eggs in the sand, followed by the males who fertilize them. Once their work is done, they return to the ocean as the tide recedes. The Grunion Run is a fascinating display of nature's intricate cycles, captivating those fortunate enough to witness it.
Wow.
Shark cage break.
Here we go.
Diving is thrilling, but nothing could prepare anyone for what happened off Guadalupe Island, Mexico on October 4th. During a diving tour, a great white shark slammed into the safety cage, breaking through the bars with its immense force. The shark, drawn by the bait, was able to thrash around before escaping through an open hatch. One diver was inside the cage at the time, but managed to avoid the shark by ducking through the hole. This close encounter reminds us how unpredictable the ocean and its creatures can be, proving that even with safety measures, diving with great whites can be dangerous. Feeding frenzy. Tourists enjoying the ocean had no idea what they were about to witness. A school of fish swam near the surface, and soon the water erupted with activity. Humpback whales and sea lions plunged into the feeding frenzy, chasing the fish in wild bursts of splashing. As the predators pursued, the fish swam upward, instinctively fleeing toward the surface, making them an easy target. This dramatic scene is a reminder of how interconnected life is beneath the waves, with creatures depending on one another for survival. Mussel invasion. In South Africa, a truly bizarre event unfolded when thousands of mussels washed up on a beach, leaving locals in complete disbelief. Scientists speculate that strong sea swells or potential algal blooms may be behind this unusual occurrence, though no red tide has been confirmed. Such mass strandings happen when powerful waves or sudden environmental shifts dislodge large mussel beds. While experts continue to investigate the cause, seabirds like seagulls quickly seize the opportunity, feasting on the abundance of mussels. This rare event reminds us of the ocean's unpredictable nature and the way animals rapidly adapt to sudden changes in their environment. Rare occurrence. Even the ocean's most powerful creatures are not immune to life's unpredictability. In a haunting event in Macquarie Harbor, Tasmania, up to 90 long-finned pilot whales were found lifeless, while another 180 were stranded on sandbars. Images captured the desperate scene, with shallow waters filled with struggling whales. Despite efforts to rescue the survivors, the event left a chilling reminder of nature's harshness. Though mass strandings are not uncommon in Tasmania, such a large group hadn't been seen in over a decade, marking this as a rare and sobering reminder of the challenges marine life faces. Santa Maria shock. In Chile, a bizarre and eerie event occurred when thousands of squid washed up on the beach, creating a striking and unsettling sight. Squid are highly sensitive creatures, and factors like temperature changes, low oxygen levels, or lack of food can disorient them and lead to strandings. They might also end up on shore after spawning when their bodies become weakened. The massive number of squid that washed ashore suggests that the ocean's conditions are more unpredictable than we realize. This rare event highlights the fragile balance of marine ecosystems and how little we truly understand about the depths of the sea. Riders of the storm.
Hectare farm in Canterbury says the deaths of thousands of eels during stormy weather and high tides could have been prevented. The eels washed up.
Floods don't only devastate human communities, but they also have a severe impact on marine life. In Canterbury, thousands of eels were found lifeless after heavy storms and high tides caused by a broken stop bank. The eels were attempting to migrate when saltwater flooded the area. Despite attempts to save some, many didn't survive. The farm owner had warned authorities about the storm's threat and the need for repairs, but without proper maintenance, the tragic event was unavoidable. This incident underscores how vulnerable sea animals are to environmental disruptions, particularly when the necessary preventive measures aren't in place. Scotland's tragedy. In a shocking and heartbreaking event, over 50 pilot whales were found stranded on a beach in Scotland. These whales, known for their deep social bonds, usually stick together when one of their own is in danger. It's believed that a female whale struggling with birthing complications led the entire pod to follow her ashore. In total, 55 whales ended up stranded, a rare and tragic occurrence. This heartbreaking incident shows the intense emotional connections between these marine creatures and emphasizes the urgent need to understand and prevent such strandings in the future. These events highlight the delicate nature of marine life and the importance of protection and awareness. Mass whale stranding.
We get occasional single animals beaching, but not a whole pod like this. We can get them out to sea, but there is some history of these animals turning around and beaching again for whatever reason.
In Pittenweem, near St. Andrews in Scotland, something heart-wrenching unfolded when 26 pilot whales stranded themselves on the shore. Unable to return to the water, the whales were in desperate condition. Mass strandings like this can happen for various reasons, but the outcome is often grim. Though some strandings occur naturally, others are triggered by environmental factors or disorientation. Sadly, these whales couldn't free themselves, highlighting the harsh realities of life in the ocean, even for its largest creatures. This event was a stark reminder of the struggles marine animals face in an unpredictable and often hostile environment. Sudden beaching.
Dozens of sharks have washed up on a southeast beach in a mystery which has left locals and tourists baffled.
Sharks are often seen as the ocean's ultimate predators, but even they can face unforeseen dangers. In a strange event, dozens of sharks were found washed up on a beach southeast of Mount Gambier, leaving locals puzzled. Authorities believe the cause was likely low sea salt levels, which can negatively impact marine life. Witnessing so many sharks stranded on the shore left both locals and tourists surprised and questioning the fragility of the ocean's ecosystems. This unusual occurrence shows how even the top predators can be vulnerable to changes in nature. Shark crowing.
Oh my God. I've never seen anything like this.
Scuba divers off the coast of Norway were preparing for a dive when they witnessed a truly eerie sight. Hundreds of sharks and crows gathered in the same area. This unusual gathering was a clear sign that food was nearby. Sharks, with their incredible sense of smell, are drawn to such spots, while crows scavenge for scraps. This kind of gathering often happens when fishing boats dump waste or when a dead sea creature floats by. For the divers, it was a warning to stay away. The ocean's predators were in full survival mode, and getting too close could be dangerous. guardian dolphins.
Coming together. Look at this. Look at them jumping.
Near Cape Town, South Africa, fishermen witnessed a rare and heartwarming scene. A group of dolphins swam in a perfect circle, initially puzzling the fishermen. However, they soon realized the dolphins were forming a protective barrier around a whale giving birth in the center. The dolphins were guarding the vulnerable whale from potential predators in the area. This beautiful moment in nature reminds us that the ocean is not only home to fierce predators, but also hosts acts of compassion, showing that even in the wild, kindness can thrive.
No way.
Fiji sharks. In 2019, a group of divers had an unforgettable and terrifying experience off the coast of Fiji. As they explored the deep, a Fiji shark, known for its aggression and strength, charged toward one diver. The shark's sharp teeth were just inches from the diver's tank, but somehow the creature didn't manage to grab hold. The diver likely felt lucky to escape unharmed, but the close call was a chilling reminder of how unforgiving the ocean can be. For some, it was a wake-up call that the sea demands respect and doesn't give many second chances. Stingray Union.
What is that? That's a stingray. That's a stingray.
Imagine walking along a beach and stumbling upon a rare sight, a stingray washed ashore, partially buried in sand. This unexpected appearance caught the attention of a family in California, as stingrays usually dwell in the deep ocean, far from the reaches of humans. Experts suggest that changes in the ocean's environment, like shifts in food availability, human activity, or altered water conditions, might lead to such rare occurrences. This sighting serves as a reminder of how interconnected the health of the ocean is to the creatures that call it home, and how environmental shifts can bring even the most elusive creatures to shore. Penguins in Brazil. Penguins, typically found in the coldest parts of the world, rarely show up on beaches, so when around 50 lifeless penguins washed ashore in Brazil, it shocked many. Scientists suspect the cause could be shifts in ocean currents, toxic algal blooms, or pollution that disrupts their food supply or leads to poisoning. Storms during migration, injuries from fishing gear, or diseases may also be factors. Without further testing, the exact reason for this tragic event remains a mystery. This incident highlights just how fragile marine ecosystems can be and how interconnected everything in the ocean is. Giant carcass. In South Africa, beachgoers were left in awe when a massive whale carcass washed up on the shore. Curious onlookers gathered around, with some even taking samples from the whale, a practice common in some coastal communities to use the remains for food and other resources. This unexpected event brought people and nature together in a unique way, showing how even the passing of such a giant creature can serve as a valuable resource for local communities. Red beach. Beaches can have many colors, but have you ever seen one turn bright red? In Concepcion, Chile, thousands of lifeless prawns washed ashore, turning the beach a striking red. This unusual event may have been triggered by sudden changes in sea temperature, low oxygen levels, or water disruptions. Pollution from offshore oil exploration or contamination in food sources could have also contributed. While investigations are ongoing, this tragic event highlights the fragility of marine ecosystems and the need to address environmental issues before more irreversible damage is done. Prehistoric fish.
Creature from the deep that washed ashore in Ocean County, New Jersey had people asking, what is it?
Imagine walking along the beach and spotting a creature from prehistoric times. That's exactly what happened in New Jersey when a rare Atlantic sturgeon washed ashore. This ancient fish, with its armor-like scales and distinct features, left everyone in awe. Known to have existed for over 200 million years, the sturgeon is one of the oldest living species. Once heavily overfished for its eggs, it's now protected, making any sighting of it, even washed ashore, a rare and exciting event. It's a stunning reminder of ancient life still hiding beneath the ocean's surface.
It was about 5 feet long. At first I thought it was a shark, but then I realized it didn't have a top fin and only had the back, and it had some scales going across the top and on the sides, which were hard, almost like an armor plating.
Squid invasion. Sea creatures like Humboldt squid are typically found in the deep ocean, far from shore. But on December 9th, 2012, something rare happened. Hundreds of these jumbo squid washed ashore in Aptos, California, leaving beachgoers stunned. Humboldt squid are sensitive to changes in their environment, and sudden shifts in water temperature, strong currents, or low oxygen levels can disorient them. Additionally, their natural spawning behavior might have contributed to the strandings. The sight of so many squid on the beach was a rare and unforgettable event, making it a once-in-a-decade spectacle for those who witnessed it. Seal stranding.
A climate calamity or a natural disaster. 2,500 dead seals on the coast of the Caspian Sea in Russia.
Seals are often seen lounging on rocks or beaches, but in Russia, something truly tragic occurred. Around 2,500 lifeless seals were found along the Caspian Sea coast, leaving many stunned. The initial report had only mentioned 700 seals, but the number quickly escalated. Experts suspect a disease outbreak, such as the phocine distemper virus, which has previously caused mass seal die-offs. However, other factors like pollution, environmental shifts, or human activities, like fishing nets, could have played a role in this devastating event. With such a large number of seals affected, this stranding became one of the most significant events in recent years for seal populations. Stranding rescue. A massive and tragic whale stranding event occurred in a remote Australian harbor, where around 200 whales became stranded, and nearly 90 had already perished. Rescuers raced against time, trying to save as many of the remaining whales as possible. These mass strandings often happen due to a combination of disorientation caused by environmental changes, illness, predators, or even the disturbing effects of loud underwater sounds like sonar. This painful event serves as a reminder of how vulnerable marine life is, and the crucial need for continuous research and action to protect these creatures. Sea of stones.
A sieve raft made of pumice stones that is floating toward Australia could help restore parts of the Great Barrier Reef.
NASA satellites and Australian sailors have recently spotted something truly unique in the ocean, a sea of stones. This massive pumice raft, made up of floating pieces as large as basketballs, stretches across the horizon and has already reached waters near Fiji. Scientists are excited about the potential of this floating mass, hoping it will bring marine life such as algae, coral, and small sea creatures. The raft could help boost biodiversity and aid in the recovery of the Great Barrier Reef. This rare event, which happens only twice a decade, is a hopeful sign for the fragile marine ecosystem. Island of Giants.
More than a dozen sperm whales have washed up on King Island in Tasmania.
Whales are typically deep ocean dwellers, but on King Island, Tasmania, they were unexpectedly found on the shore. A total of 14 sperm whales were discovered lifeless along the island's west coast. Experts believe navigational errors might have caused the stranding, with the whales becoming disoriented by changes in ocean currents or underwater features. Other environmental factors, like temperature shifts, low oxygen levels, or toxic algae blooms, could have contributed as well. This tragic event highlights the immense challenges whales face as they navigate an ever-changing ocean environment. It also emphasizes the importance of protecting their habitats to prevent future occurrences. Crab carpet.
It looked like a red carpet, a good foot to 16 inches thick.
Have you ever seen a red carpet on the water? Well, this is as close as it gets. Millions of red crabs washed ashore in California, creating an astonishing scene. Scientists believe these crabs traveled north, drawn by unusually warm water patches, stretching from Southern California to the Gulf of Alaska. The warm waters also attracted schools of bluefin tuna. What followed was a bizarre sight, a beach covered in lifeless crabs, sending a strong signal about the ocean's unpredictable nature and how climate change can disrupt natural patterns in unexpected ways.
We saw them, we didn't know what they were. Everybody was down there trying to save them and throw them back in.
Stranded starfish. It's not just people who feel the effects of sudden temperature shifts. Sea animals do too. In the UK, thousands of lifeless starfish were found washed up on the shore, a consequence of extreme weather conditions. Experts believe that storms and rapid temperature changes caused the mass stranding. These incidents highlight the vulnerability of ocean ecosystems to climate shifts, urging greater awareness of how even small creatures are affected by environmental changes. The mass stranding of starfish is a sign that the ocean's delicate balance is more fragile than we realize. Jellyfish take over.
Jellyfish scattered everywhere, washing up on our beaches. We're talking from St. Johns County to Atlantic Beach.
Jellyfish are creatures of the deep sea, not ones you'd expect to see on a beach, but that's exactly what happened in Jacksonville. Hundreds of jellyfish were found washed ashore, puzzling beachgoers. Experts believe strong waves, shifting winds, and changes in water temperature or salt levels caused the jellyfish to drift out of their normal habitat and towards the shore. This rare event serves as a reminder of how easily marine life can be disrupted by environmental changes, leaving us with a surprising glimpse of the ocean's fragility.
The jellyfish are scattered across the beach, some of them in the shallow waters, apparently still coming in with the waves today, while hundreds of others form a line yards away on the beach.
Seaweed invasion.
This is beyond anything I've ever seen. It's to the point in some places where you can't even see the beach anymore.
In March 2023, beachgoers in the Caribbean were taken aback by an unexpected sight. Huge amounts of sargassum seaweed washed ashore, coating the beaches in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. The thick, brown seaweed covered parts of the shoreline, and its pungent smell of rotten eggs made it even more unpleasant. Now heading toward Florida, the seaweed can cause breathing problems, along with being a messy eyesore. This invasion isn't just inconvenient, it's expected to get worse. So next time you spot seaweed like this, it's best to stay away.
It is a mess. It's a lot of wet, stinking seaweed to have to deal with.
Giant tuna sighting. While fishing in the open ocean, a group of fishermen spotted a truly rare and jaw-dropping sight. A giant tuna. So massive, they threw some of their fish into the water to get a better look. This was no ordinary tuna. It was believed to be the largest ever seen. Its appearance sparked an incredible feeding frenzy, attracting other marine life in a dramatic display. This rare encounter reminded everyone that the ocean hides some of the most amazing and unusual creatures. And sometimes, a little fish bait can reveal a sea spectacle unlike anything seen before. Jellyfish invasion. What should have been a peaceful beach day in Shcholkine, Crimea, turned into a strange and uncomfortable experience when thousands of jellyfish washed up on the shore. These jellyfish, native to the Azov Sea, may not pose a significant threat to humans, but they certainly caused discomfort. Visitors described their touch as cold, sticky, and unpleasant, with stings that made swimming nearly impossible. Scientists believe the unexpected influx of jellyfish may be linked to rising ocean temperatures and changes in currents. What was supposed to be a relaxing retreat instead served as a reminder of how unpredictable nature can be, often bringing surprises that are less than pleasant. Menorca's Villela. In May 2013, Menorca's shores were overtaken by thousands of Villela, also known as by-the-wind sailors. These small, jellyfish-like creatures typically float on the ocean's surface, drifting along with the wind and currents. However, strong, unusual winds pushed them ashore in staggering numbers, creating a surreal scene. The beach was completely covered with their translucent blue bodies, leaving visitors in awe of the spectacle. While such strandings are a natural occurrence, the sheer magnitude of this event left a lasting impression. This unique display highlights the unpredictable nature of the ocean and its ability to surprise us with stunning wonders. Seashells. Beaches are often a place of calm, but in Western Australia, beachgoers were in awe of a breathtaking scene. Instead of the usual sand, the shores were covered in millions of seashells, stretching as far as the eye could see. This rare event transformed an ordinary beach into a stunning, natural masterpiece. The sheer number of shells created a remarkable and unforgettable spectacle, reminding everyone how nature can surprise us in unexpected ways, turning even a familiar place into something extraordinary. Faces. Tentacled together. Beaches are meant to be fun, but in Portugal, one turned into a somber scene. Thousands of lifeless octopuses washed up, likely due to multiple environmental factors. A sudden change in water temperature, perhaps from a heat wave or unusual weather, might have stressed the creatures, while algae blooms reducing oxygen levels could have suffocated them. Overfishing, lack of food, or even disease could also have played a role in this bizarre event. Whatever the cause, this unusual stranding shows just how vulnerable ocean ecosystems are when sudden changes occur, making it a powerful reminder of the challenges marine life faces in an ever-shifting environment. Ian Aftermath. Have you ever walked along a peaceful beach, only to spot hundreds of starfish scattered across the sand? After Hurricane Ian, this strange sight occurred on Folly Beach, South Carolina. The hurricane's powerful forces likely caused the starfish mass stranding. Strong winds, currents, and sudden changes in water temperature and salinity can disorient marine creatures like starfish, leading them to wash ashore. Hurricanes are known to stir up these disturbances, pushing sea life out of their natural habitat. The sight of these starfish serves as a stark reminder of nature's immense power and the delicate balance of ocean ecosystems. Mysterious invaders. Beaches aren't usually known for being blue, but in Oregon, they turned that way when thousands of Velella washed ashore. These fascinating creatures, often mistaken for jellyfish, are floating hydroids that use a sail-like structure to glide across the ocean's surface. When strong winds and currents push them toward the shore, they create a stunning blue spectacle. This event is more than just a beautiful sight. It's a reminder of how nature can surprise us with unexpected patterns and behaviors. Mystery find.
A mystery washes ashore on a New Jersey beach. A skull showed up Monday on the sand at Island Beach State Park in Ocean County.
A storm brought more than just rough seas. It uncovered a mystery on the beach. A large skull appeared, sparking curiosity and sparking an investigation. After careful examination, experts confirmed that the skull likely belonged to a marine animal. The storm's waves had forced the skull from the depths of the ocean, showcasing how the sea can sometimes reveal surprising secrets from its hidden depths. This rare find reminds us of the mysteries that lie beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered by nature's unpredictable forces. Sea monster. A strange creature washed up on the beaches of Mexico, leaving locals stunned. At first, a woman walking along the shore thought it was a boat rope, but a closer look revealed jagged teeth and an eel-like body. People online began speculating wildly, thinking it might be a sea serpent or moray eel. Experts soon identified it as a fang-toothed snake eel, a rarely seen deep-sea creature. This mysterious find, similar to one that washed up after Hurricane Harvey in Texas, left everyone amazed by the ocean's hidden wonders. Subscriber pick. In New Zealand, a feeding frenzy of giant eels took place, with hundreds of these long, sleek creatures swarming the waters after catching the scent of food. Known for their opportunistic feeding habits, the eels quickly gathered, competing fiercely for their meal. Their smooth, twisting bodies created ripples and splashes as they glided through the water. This intense and fascinating behavior highlights their sharp survival instincts and ability to respond swiftly when food appears. It's both amazing and intense to watch. And if you got till here, then I hope your experience was also the same. Thank you.